All right, looks like we are live, pal. So, hi, Andy here, and I'm coming at you with a late night live stream. Oh, yeah, okay. I was just reading through notifications. I don't know. The YouTube app's kind of weird because, like, it showed a notification I got, like, several minutes ago. Hopefully, it's okay. Down on me now, goddammit. Let's fuck around 5G. Up. All right. I'm wondering, like, it was like there may not be internet. Like there fucking better be internet. I'm streaming, goddamn. That's how we roll today, baby. Shit. Where is? Can I see it? Should be on here. Streaming, man. Yeah. Yeah, everything's looking pretty good. Streaming, man. Yeah. Yeah, everything's looking pretty good. Everything sounds good, at least. I know that. I'm just trying to find my fucking. What's the big one? I want to let me watch myself. Usually it shows up. There's like a little live thing. I can't fucking get in on the chat. Oh, give me a sec. Because usually it just shows up on my phone saying, hey, this fucking dude's streaming. And then I could just like go in and check the comments and stuff. So, yeah. Sorry about that. I wonder if. Oh. Well, we'll see if I can get mobile side of the house. And then it'll like redirect to the app and see if that works. YouTube. I say Zom? What the fuck? Hey, it's looking good, looking good. Look at that live link at. They're live. Who's not doing that terribly? Public, yeah. Oh, live streams. There we go. Now we got it. Okay. Open this. Open this. And all right, cool. Way to like open this in the YouTube desktop. There we go. Ah, got it. All right, cool, cool. Sorry about that, folks. See if this works. Anyways. Oh. All right, cool. Popped up. Okay, popped up there. See if it pops up in the chat window here. There we go. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Alright, just making sure everything's good. You know how these streams are. First 5-10 minutes or so is sound check. So now that we are rocking and or rolling, we're going to get going with this stream here. So once again, hi, Andy here. And tonight we're just going to do a short little stream. So I'm expecting maybe an hour and some change, if that. We're going to be editing a quick little Eric mealtime video where he goes to a Thai buffet. I don't know why he calls it buffet. It's weird, but whatever. I don't know if it's some kind of running joke. So I decided to do a little late night stream just to kind of show you guys what I do for the editing process for his videos and just kind of give you a little behind the scenes type thing. And so, you know, I could show stuff on YouTube. And I got comments on my phone, so in lieu of a second monitor, I have that. But in any event, we'll just get going here. So, yep, as always, on Adobe Premiere Pro. It does this shit. Goofy. But it does that sometimes whenever, because OBS, I guess. Oh, there it goes. Cool. I don't have to worry about that shit no more. So anyway, like I said, doing a little Thai buffet. So this is the raw footage, like 18 minutes and some change. And this is from another Eric Mealtime that I already put together. So we're just going to be using some of the assets from here and just kind of dragging and dropping them over, depending on what's needed here. If we need some other assets, I have a folder for that too. But this is just the easiest way for me to do it, because like shit's already there, sound's already leveled and positioned and all that stuff, and it's literally just drag and drop. So having an efficient workflow is everything when it comes to editing, especially if you want to edit fast, because a lot of people, you know, when I see videos on YouTube of people saying, oh, it took me like 14 hours to edit that video, man. And I mean, there's some where it's like, okay, I can reasonably see you editing that for 14 hours. And then there's others where it's just like a pretty standard cut together vlog. And I'm like, 14 hours? Really? Like, you know, I could see maybe 4 if you have a really slow ass computer. But like, if you have a halfway decent computer and have a good workflow and kind of know what you're doing, you can cut that shit down real quick. And, you know, there's also the whole double-edged sword of having extra flair and stuff in your videos, you know, extra, like, Adobe After Effects and shit like that, which I like. Effects are, you know, After Effects are nice. I'm still getting used to working with them, so I'm not, like, super well-versed in them. But it's definitely something I want to pursue more, but at the same time, you know, they do take some time to make if you're making them from scratch. I mean, there's tons of templates and shit out there, so you know, you can just literally drag and drop them, change a few things, but you know, but once you get the basic assets down, then it's literally just dragging and dropping. It's pretty easy. But as far as making them from scratch, but in any event, you know, if you're adding these extra layers of stuff, sometimes figuratively, sometimes literally, you know, it does take extra time. So it's a double-edged sword. Like, you know, it does make your video look better, but, you know, is that little bit of extra time spent making it look just a little bit better, like, worth it? You know, if it's just a little bit of time, then fine. But, like, if you're spending, like, you know, painstaking hours on something that's only going to be on screen for a couple seconds, no, unless you're like a big budget production or something like that, then yeah, fucking go nuts. You know, if you got a fucking day rate or something, yeah, go nuts. But if it was just you, you know, I don't want to do that. You know, or you know, maybe offload some of the more, you know, tedious tasks like that to somebody else, so you can focus on other things. But that's just my 2 cents. Yeah, we'll get to putting the videos together. And one thing I don't think Eric's mentioned this because he's not really much of a gearhead. But I've talked to him a little bit about his camera setup. He has the Canon M6. What he said. He's got the Canon M6. I believe he has a little Rode mic, but like it's positioned really weird, right? Because normally, the little external mics are placed like on top, right? And the M6 has a little slot to let you do it, I believe. Let me look it up just to be sure. Yeah. Fuck, dude, it's like like $400, really? Damn. I wonder if the Everyday Dad did a review on that. I fucking love the Everyday Dad. His shit is incredible. Okay, that's. Well, get a used one for four. That's just the body though. But like, his is positioned like on the bottom corner for some reason, but it has a slot on top that you can like hot shoe it on like everybody else does. And I could kind of see why he would do it on the side because I don't even know how the fuck he does it on the side, to be honest. But somehow he's got it on like the fucking. If you're facing the camera, it's in like the bottom right hand side. But if you're holding it, it's on like the left side with like the SD card slot, I believe. Yeah. I don't know how he's got it rigged in there. I don't know how he hooked that, unless it's like one of them little like Rode Video Mic Minis where it's just like a plug. That's probably what it is, I guess. So I don't know how he got that hooked in there, but it's a really nice camera. It just, yeah, that actually explains it because I'm looking at the ports and stuff. Yeah, so he probably got a mic like literally connected, so there's no like little coily cable or none of that stuff. To me, it's nice because coily cable, you get the little noise and the jingle, and you got to worry about the cable futzing out on you and stuff. But like, he has a tendency to like grab the mic to like manually zoom in and stuff. So I don't know if he has a manual lens. I'm guessing he has a kit lens, but you can like zoom in with that, dude. Like, what are you doing? Well, that's just me. Nothing but love. It is a nice camera though. Freaking dope. Might end up picking it up myself. Although that M50 looks pretty good too. But I've heard that like the 4K on it's not really 4K. It's a little wonky. So I'm like, man, I want to do 4K, but you know, I really want to go back to Sony because that's the brand that I like, and I'm used to like how they do things. But it's just a lot to deal with. I have the screen on the bottom. Look at this M5. Got the screen on the bottom. I've never seen a camera do that before. I've seen them on like the side. That's usually what Canon does, and like up top, more of a Sony thing. But I have seen Canon do that as well. The M6 does it up top. Kind of the preferred one, I think. 15 there. Nah. Why is that so much? Did this do 4K? Okay. Built in. That's neat. Oh, it's got IBIS. That's neat. Probably why it costs so freaking. Focus. It's got the dual pixel autofocus. That's pretty fucking cool. Alright. Pictures look great. Doesn't say anything about video. I don't think it can go beyond video though. Let's look at I know. Get out by that fucking bottom ass. So bizarre. Full HD, so that's fine. Looks like it's a perfectly capable camera. If you're not looking to do 4K, looks perfectly fine. And then you got the fucking R and the RP. RIP your bank account. Let's sort by price. Other way. There you go. And video resolution. Only 3 cameras. R, the RP, and the M50. I want to get the M50 though. So that you lose the dual pixel autofocus. Pretty fucking nice. Like, you know, the 4K is like super cropped. Like some kind of weird ass crop. Which, you know, if you're not getting these wide ass shots is fine. If you want to get more focused detail and stuff, it's doable. But it's got weird ass crop in it though. Shooting takes place by cropping pixels from the center of the sensor. And the contrast detection autofocus, which is not as good, but you know, if you do it right, I think it should be okay. Yes. Okay. Put that as my homework. Because I really want the Sony Alpha 6400, because that's basically the upgraded version of the 5100, which is my favorite camera of all time. I love the 5100. My only real complaint with it, aside from it not being able to do 4K, but it's like really old. You know, it's, well, I say really old, but in tech terms, it's really old. It was originally released back in 2014, so it's like 5 years old at this point. So I mean, of its time and even now, it still holds up really well, but the overheating is a major issue. And I'm not sure if, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it might, but for sure, if it does. So, what kind of, it uses the M architecture, or the mount, M mount, kind of weird as. Yeah, the M mount. Which is better now because they actually have lenses. When the original mirrorless came out, it was just the one, like the M3 or some shit like that. And it was an okay camera, but like, you know, it only had like the kit lens and maybe like one telephoto lens, and that's it. So yeah. So it's got a 15. Wow. Crop factor is what? 50 4K. That's the one. Okay, so announcing 4K in this camera is misleading. The crop factor of 1.6x, or that'd be 2.56x relative to full frame. Video modes. I love how these reviewers, you know, they're so like hoity-toity with things. You know, it's like they don't really come at it from like, who's the right person for this gear, right? You know, if you're reviewing like professional gear, then yeah, absolutely, fucking ritz it up. But like for something like the M50, which I see as more of like kind of a, well, if you're looking into 4K, it's like an entry level 4K. But as far as like cameras in general, I'd say it's probably in like the slightly above middle of the road type camera. You know, it's like you don't want to get the entry level, but you don't exactly have the coin for like, you know, super bling bling full frame, you know, 4K 60 frame, all that kind of shit. You know, it's just kind of it's a step up, several steps up. But they don't approach it from that. They're just like, and the crop factor, it's almost unusable. It doesn't even have a full frame sensor or none of this stuff. It doesn't even have IBIS. I mean, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Like, it pisses me off. Poor battery. Alright. So, the video. Respect 22 millimeter mounted, equivalent to 56K. But okay, so this is back in 2018. So okay, it comes with a 15. So that's what, 15 times 1.6, right? Is that it? It'll be 24. Not unusable. I mean, as a vlogging camera, it's pretty fucking tight, but it's not unusable. You can work around that shit. Get out of here with that. How many M lenses? How many of these M lenses are there? Do I have to buy like a speed booster shit? Okay. Oh. The 22. Ooh, wow. Fucking 11 to 22. Looks pretty fucking tight. That would be what? 1 times 1.6. 17.6. Totally usable. Absolutely usable. Like, most of my stuff that I did with the A5100 was, you know, depending on where I positioned the camera. Because it was very rare that I zoomed in, but I did zoom in sometimes. You know, usually I'd have it like as wide as it could be, which I think was 16. This is just a fucking touch over that. Like, fuck, man, this shit's usable. Fucking pansy ass motherfuckers. Like, oh my god, it's not real 4K, you guys. If worst comes to worst, what you could do as a vlogging setup, just vlog in 1080p if you're doing the selfie shit, and then switch it over to 4K when you're doing, you know, behind the camera shit, which is what I would end up doing anyway, because, you know, if you do the selfie stuff at 1080, you can use dual pixel autofocus, which gives you a lot more facial focusing, which is what you need more than fucking 4K, so you can see this fucking hot mess at 4K. Like, really? You know, you want to see all the scenery and all the other shit. That's just me. That's just good old Andy San Samadishta. Let me tell you what, though. I think these guys are just fucking bugging. That's all I gotta say about that. That's just good old Andy San Samadishta. Everything sounded pretty good. Got me all started today. So, alright. Let's get started. Speaking of getting started, let's get started with this video. Sorry.
Hey guys.
So it's like, I don't know why he does like these long come arounds, because like you have to start bam strong, like, hey guys. You know, you can't, you know, because I used to do like the little intros and shit like that when he's like running and stuff. I did that with one video, I know.
Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Eric Surf 6. Okay.
But I don't know. I don't know why he does that. It's weird. Oh, another thing to speed up your workflow. I really gotta make a video about this, because the fucking, it's more important than like any tutorial I could ever put out ever. Like playback lag, I mean, is my most popular tutorial. You know, still getting a lot of hits from that, even today. But as far as importance goes, optimizing your workflow is everything, you know. And there's little ways to do it, you know. Keyboard shortcuts, like for me, I learned how to edit on Sony Vegas. Well, it was Sony Vegas at the time. Now it's owned by some other company or something, just Vegas Pro. I like that. And so I'm used to hitting S on the keyboard to cut. So when I switched over to Premiere, in order for me to do that, aside from using the razor tool, which that was a fucking pain in my dick hole to like go from arrow tool and all this other stuff, just hitting the razor, or like trying to remember, okay, razor tool, razor R, again, you hit C, not R, because R is this fucking thing, the rate stretch tool, right? Why couldn't they just call this the chop tool? That'd make like way more sense. Like I get it's razor because it's like cutting film, like how it used to be, but that's I'm telling you. But I am using the other tools a lot more, like this ripple edit and good old rate stretch. I've used those two a lot. Good old selection tool. You know, and yes, I can hit the shit on the keyboard, but I don't remember it. But anyway, keeping a lot of your most used effects into a favorites folder here will really save you time in like trying to hunt shit down or like search or whatever. You just fucking put all your shit in the favorites tab. You fucking drag that shit in. You ain't gotta fucking type none of that shit. None of that shit. It's all there. There you go. Do that. Back that shit out. In fact, another little trick that I probably you won't be able to see this though because they don't do pop-ups. But where is that shit? I think it's on timeline. Yeah, video transition. That's about right. Audio transition. Actually, no. 5, 10, 10. So I changed the default video transition and audio transition time or the durations from, you know, change video to 10 frames, then audio to 5 frames. Still image is at 5 seconds. So that way I don't have to go and resize shit like all the time. Usually I hit it around like 5 seconds.
Hey guys, what's going on?
For most things. So I usually start that off at the beginning so that way.
Hey guys, what's going on, America?
Tighten this up. And to tighten stuff up, use the ripple tool. So you just kind of shuffle. This maybe.
Hey guys, what's going on?
So.
Hey guys, what's going on? Hey guys, what's going on? America Surf 6.
One more. Oh, Ichi. Go.
Hey guys, what's going on? America Surf 6. Welcome to another episode of Eric Mealtime. In this one, I'm going to be eating Thai buffet. The lunch buffet. Here's the sign right here. Buffet. The lunch buffet. Here's the sign right here.
Okay.
It got 28. It got.
Round. Right there-ish. So it's a bit of a quick cut. But also, Ripple Delete and Regular Delete are my BFFs. So it used to be just delete with delete, and that's it. But I really love Ripple Delete because it helps move some shit around. But I also like Regular Delete sometimes. If I want to like, especially if I want to like insert stuff in there, use Regular Delete. I just want to delete shit, Ripple Delete. So switched around some of the key commands. So Shift Delete regularly deletes, and then just delete does the Ripple Delete. So say for instance, delete. So Ripple Delete moves all the shit over to the left. and then just delete. Just deletes this little section and leaves everything else intact. So it just depends on what I'm going to be doing, but since I'm going to be inserting the little intro Madoo right there, and I also got to do the little Instagram plugs and stuff too. We'll do that here in a second. Choto Irmates. So yeah, I just have the assets from the old video that I worked on, and just literally copy, paste, and away we go. And add a little. Now this little fade in doesn't have to be like super, you know, it should just be a couple frames, 3 to 5.
Got?
Yeah, just a little bit. So it's not so sudden. And we'll do it for this one too. 3.
Thai buffet.
Get that out of it.
Thai buffet.
One more.
I'm going to be eating Thai buffet.
I want to squeeze in just this goosh.
Thai buffet.
Yeah, it's fine. Sometimes you just gotta like kind of listen to it to see how it hits, because you don't want it to be like too sudden or like kind of linger a little too long. It's kind of weird explaining it, because like I don't really know how to explain it. It's just like timing. You know, it's one of those things you kind of get, like once you start editing, you get it. You know, you see how other people, you know, how they cut their videos and like the timing of cuts and everything like that. And you notice how like some of them cut a little too fast. Like a lot of early YouTubers, myself included, were guilty of this, especially when we had the YouTube time limit. So you can only upload stuff up to 10 minutes, and later 15 minutes, and then they just end up getting rid of it. But yeah, because of the time limit, some people, myself included, wanted to include as much information as possible into a video, because, you know, I didn't want to make like part 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s and shit for like everything, which some people did, but it didn't always work out that way. So in order to do that, you just cut out like all the breathing, all the ums and ahs, and all that other stuff. So it's just like, it's almost like one long 10-minute run-on sentence, pretty much. And then once the time limit got removed, you know, people didn't edit quite as tightly, which is a good thing, you know, because sometimes it sounds a little William Shatnery, and I know I'm guilty of it too, but I do a little better. Right now, I'm gonna finish off my tea. I got some Sleepy Time Extra tea right now. So I'll finish off. Yeah, finish off this bad boy right here. Like super cold, because I've had this on my desk for a while. But it's okay. I like cold tea, especially in the summertime. Fucking cold tea is amazing in the summer. One of my favorite summertime teas that I actually have off to the side. I'm not gonna drink it right now, but back when I was out in Yokosuka, stationed out there, one of the things I'd love to get was a jug of jasmine green tea from Don Quixote. You can get like, I think they had like liter jugs, and sometimes you can get the 2-liter jugs for like a couple bucks or whatever. I think it might have been like 100 or 200 yen tops, if I remember right, because it's from Don Quixote, so it's like super uber duper cheap. Just throw that shit in the fridge, let it chill a little bit, and so good. So good, especially in the summertime when everything's like so fucking hot. Drink some of that fucking cold ass jasmine green tea, and everything is all right in the world. You know, get you some watermelon popsicle Yeah. I know Japanese summertime can be BR oodle, but there's little things that make it pretty okay. And I know it's not the ideal time to visit because not a whole lot's going on compared to like spring, especially, or even the fall. But or if you go up north to like Sapporo or something like that, the winter time for the ice festival and stuff. Um, oh, that, uh, sorry, I'm just kind of caught in the Natsukashi at this moment. So sorry about that, guys. This is why I don't do late night streams usually because it's fucking space out. So I apologize for that. I don't know why the fuck there's this. Oh, because I thought I deleted something. Okay, so we'll get rid of this because for some reason having this run at the same time kind of fucks with things. So
We've got 28 different items that you can choose from.
Okay, cool.
Looks good. It's called Looks good. It's called the Bangkok. Looks good. It's called the. Looks good.
Bring it along. And I have a little insert in here. That way it's less jarring for the cuts. From an audio perspective, it's nice. It's a nice smooth transition rather than just like quick cuts. It's very subtle and it's kind of hard to explain, but it just makes the transition between cuts smooth. That way, especially if you have like a lot of cuts, having that little jarring like quick change kind of like mess with the viewer subconsciously. So this is a nice little change.
Looks good. It's called the Bangkok Kitchen, Thai noodle, and casual foods.
Oh shit.
Price for this and casual foods. The foods.
Try to cut out as much of that.
Price for this is pretty reasonable. 1,556 yen. That's 1,556 yen.
Shit.
15.
I'll cut out the price part because like you couldn't understand. Man.
The Bangkok Kitchen, Thai noodle.
I think we'll just cut that part.
Kitchen.
I think we'll just cut out this. Raining outside? Yeah. Must be.
Bangkok Kitchen, 1,556 yen. That's $15.
A little bit jarring.
Bangkok Kitchen, 1,556 yen. That's $15. And you get to eat for $16. And you get to eat for 70 minutes. Let's go have a look. 70 minutes. You get to eat for 70 minutes. And you get to eat.
Shit. Yeah. You have to do some kind of fucking work on here. Sure.
And you get to eat for 70 minutes. Let's go. Kitchen, 1,556 yen. That's $15. And you get to eat for 70 minutes. Let's go have a look.
Okay. Dude. And then a little in and out point set up so I can see like the progression because it was originally 18 minutes. Now we're down to 17:35. That's nice to kind of see like how much cut out, make it nice and smooth, like as smooth as you can get it. Because sometimes it's just like but you do what you can with what you got. That's all I guess to say. Okay, so I think the rest of it's just inside shots, right? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's just inside. Well, there's one outside.
This is the location reveal. Shinjuku Nomura building going up. Those are Tsuji Flowers. Restaurants and shops. Securities firm in Japan. That's a heck of a building. Okay. So here we go. This is the location reveal. Shinjuku Nomura building. Suzuka. To be continued. See you guys next. Location reveal. Restaurants and shops. Securities firm in level. Yeah. Yeah. As the map. Okay. So here we go. So here we go. This is the location reveal. Shinjuku Nomura building going up. Those are Tsuji Flowers. Restaurants and shops. And
I want to include it, but at the same time, it's you don't really see it in relation to the restaurant. Like, you know, it'd be one thing if he like mentioned it. I mean, he said location, but like the sign's not there. You can't really read it or whatever. At least I can't. I mean, probably like over in the top corner or some shit.
yeah, as the map.
Map, yeah, that's cool. I don't know. I think we'll just nix it. If he wants to include it, he can put a link in the description. That way you guys can have a little map or like location or whatever of it. So, little connecty stuff.
Mealtime in this one. I'm going to be eating Thai buffet. 8 different items that you can choose from. Looks good. It's called the Bangkok Kitchen. 1,556 yen. That's $15.
So 1556. And then for that, I just do a little price comparison, you know, just how it is. So 1556 JPY to USD would be 1436. He really wants to incorporate that more into the videos because I guess most of his audience is American, so they're like, what is it in burger bucks? So, too lazy to fucking Google it. It took me like 2 seconds. You didn't even know I was Googling it. Alright. Sleep so you're alive. Yo, what up, non-demo guy? Sashiburi desune. Yeah, thanks for checking in. Good seeing you again, dude. I'm just out and about editing some stuff for Eric Surf 6. Did I put that? By 1436. 6. We got a new font recently. Been using a lot more of called Quinto. So the cool thing about this font is that you can use, you know, like kanji and stuff with it as well. So if, not just for like, you know, alphabet stuff. You can use it here as well, and it's not too bad. I am gonna clean it up a little bit though, because you know, see it's bold. Yeah, I like it black, which is like bolder than bold, but we'll add add some stroke in there. So just up that to 15. Whoa, 15 way too. Why did I say 15? Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, just a little something, something. And I know the other editor puts a little price tag and stuff like that, and that's pretty neat. you know, this is fine too. Didn't get super duper fancy. Because again, people that want to know can always Google it. Google Sensei is your buddy. And I just put it like this for USD, you know, because some people aren't from America and they want to watch this. They're like, what does this mean in maple syrup bucks? Or what is this in kangaroo bucks? No, so that way you can look this up. There you go. And then for that, I also have a make sure. For a second there, I thought it was like something else, but yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. Again, this is why I don't do late night streams, because my brain is like all over the place. Good time to do it, but yeah. As far as like quietness, you don't have to worry about fucking people coming knocking on the door, the dogs barking and shit. You and your thoughts. So, pull in from the asset folder again. I think it actually might be in the previous project, but fuck it, we're already here, right?
And that's 50.
Actually, let me check. It is. Oh, it's not. Never mind. Sometimes he says it, sometimes he don't. No. I usually only include the price, you know, the little insert in there, if he says how much it is in yen, or if I can see the price in yen, because then I can actually give you more accurate, like, this is the price. You know, but if he says it's like $15 or whatever, just I'll just like let it go, take him at his word. But if I can see the price, or if he says the price in yen, then that's when I put this little thing. That's just what I do.
Kitchen, 1,556 yen. That's 1,500.
I think we'll probably.
Kitchen, 1,500.
Oh. But because it just like kind of comes out the gate like really strong.
1,500.
There we go. It's a little better, but we'll put like so.
Kitchen, 1,556.
Okay, a little bit.
Kitchen, 1,556 yen. That's $15. And you get to eat for.
Okay, cool. There. Yeah, just a little insert. Actually, I'll make that a little bigger because people may not see it right off the bat. So, just square up. Boy. That. Purchase saddle. Yeah, it looks good. So I'll be like,
Kitchen, 1,556 yen. That's $15. And you get to eat for.
yeah, looks good. For those wondering what that font is, it's called Quinto Sans. I actually found that from a retweet that Michaela put out. I'm just like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna use that font. So I've been incorporating it more into my videos recently. So there you go.
$15, and you get to eat for 70 minutes. Let's go have a look. In this one, I'm going to be eating Thai buffet.
Okay, so
28 different items that you can choose from. Looks good. It's called the Bangkok Kitchen. 1,556 yen. That's 70 minutes.
Okay, so for these three little clips, I am gonna add a little. I don't normally do this because I like consistent audio, but with this one in particular, we're gonna have to do a little bit of tweaking. So one thing we can do is pretty much the only thing you can do really with audio as far as like wind noise is like lower the bass. So like the really low bass frequencies. Like the only thing you can do is just lower the shit out of them. So I'll just slap on a high pass. Oop, forgot.
28 different items that you got.
You don't want to lower it too much, otherwise it'll be too obvious. Like 20 probably.
You got 20.
30 maybe. I should do 25.
You got 28 different items.
Actually, it's not too bad.
You got.
Actually, we'll do so. Great.
You got 28 different items that you can choose.
So.
You got 28 different items that you can choose from.
Yeah, 30's not so bad.
You got 28.
And it gets rid of as much of the noise as you can, realistically. So, since I did it once, we'll just copy and, like, for consistency's sake, we'll just paste it onto those 2 other clips. Hear it.
You got 28.
I didn't do it for the second one, though.
8 different items that you can choose from. Looks good. It's called the Bangkok Kitchen. 1,556 yen. That's $15. You get to eat for 70 minutes. Let's go have a look.
It's not bad. You can still hear it, but it's not as... So, it's not as dominant as it was. So let me turn it off.
You get to eat for 70 minutes.
Yeah. Then with it back on.
You get to eat for 70 minutes.
Yeah, so you can like hear it, dialogue and stuff a lot better. So that's nice. But normally I don't do that. But since it was just such a short little, like literally 3 cuts, you know, I just did it. What else?
Next place.
There's not really much to see this part. Not really much going on there. How long does this Pokemon Go thing go for? I don't like including the Pokemon Go stuff in the meal times. So I have to delete that. But for the vlog, absolutely. I love including that stuff. But for the meal times, I'm gonna have to give a hard pass for that because we got things to see and eat. That's just kind of my viewpoint on it. So, like, my goal is to make these, you know, these videos make sense, you know? So, you don't want to add too much random stuff with the meal times. You know, you want to make them as concise as it can be, while still having a little bit of spontaneity. So it's not completely regimented. So, it's a hard balance. And sometimes it doesn't work, but, you know, more often than not it does. So that's what I do.
Okay, here's a quick look at the buffet line. Got Springer. Okay, here's a quick.
We'll cut there. And we'll do additive dissolve. I like using the additive dissolve to show separation between scenes. And this is something I've been changing up from what I used to do it with. I used to add like the additive dissolve to like everything, like every little cut, fucking additive dissolve, bah, 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 bah. Like everything. But Now I'm using it a lot less. That way, when it does pop up, it means more. So I use it for scene changes. So, say for instance, he is outside. Well, it's kind of hard to tell him, but okay. He's outside the restaurant in this scene, right? The next scene, he's inside the restaurant. So I use that to signify scene changes. So I would do that for scene changes. I also do it for food changes sometimes. It would just depend on like how the video is laid out. Like if it's literally like bang bang bang, like one food next, one food next, one food next, then I wouldn't really do it. But if it's like one food and then cut to the next clip and it's something different, or if there's like enough of a gap in between the different foods that he eats, then I'll put in the additive dissolve. Even though it's the same scene, because they're still at the table, same table, hasn't changed. I just do that to show separation of space, to show that, okay, he's eating something different now, or oh, something different's happening. Because editing, there's a lot of little subtleties in there,
Here's a quick look at.
Oh, that was quick. I'm going to change that back to 15. That might have been a mistake on my end.
Here's a quick.
Yeah. So remember when I changed the preferences? So I'm going to change the video. I like the audio. The audio is fine. The video definitely 15 frames. And 10's a little too fast.
Here's a quick look at the buffet line. Got spring rolls. Spring rolls.
And moving to.
Oh yeah.
Oh. I thought he was gonna like announce it.
Some dressings.
Oh, it's the sauce.
Oh yeah. Some dressings. Some standard green salad. Some standard green. Oh yeah. Some dressings.
We'll just.
Some dress.
Yeah, sorry, spring roll sauce. Look like sauce. Looks like coleslaw or kimchi or some shit.
Spring rolls. Some dressings. Some standard green salad. It's a standard Thai salad. Oh boy. Got some cauliflower, some broccoli. It's a standard Thai salad. Oh boy. Damn,
it looks good.
Got some cauliflower.
Cut it because they didn't say anything.
Got some cauliflower, some standard Thai salad. Got some cauliflower, some broccoli. What else? Some wontons.
Okay, so it goes back to.
It's like duck meat. Yeah, it's grilled chicken, but look at that sauce that goes on it. There's the grilled chicken, but look at that sauce that goes on it. There's the pad thai. On it. There's the pad thai noodles. That's not going to be enough for me. I'm gonna.
No, maybe we'll.
That sauce that goes on it. There's the pad thai noodles. That's not going to be enough for me. I'm going to need more. And there's it's a chicken, like a cashew dish. Oh boy, this looks so good. Deep fried shrimp topped with chili sauce. Chicken, like a cashew dish.
Okay. Just a slight little tighten. Slight little tweak.
Oh boy, this looks so good. Deep fried shrimp topped with chili sauce.
Actually, no. A little too jarring.
Like a cashew dish. Oh boy, this looks so good. Deep fried shrimp topped with chili sauce. What is this one here? Stir fried seafood egg and chili powder, chili sauce. This one here.
Sauce.
Stir fried seafood, chili sauce. Stir fried seafood egg and chili powder. There's a yellow curry there. Oh my gosh. Fried rice. That's all it's good. Yeah. Oh boy, this is looking so good. Got some soups over here that you can have. Yeah, this is great. Looking so good.
Okay.
Great. Here's the kitchen. Look at all these vegetables that are being prepared.
Kind of do a little in between. Might tighten that.
So good. Here's the kitchen. Look.
Loosen this, tighten that.
So good. Here's the kitchen. Look at all these vegetables that are being prepared. Look at that. Yeah. Look at that, man. Oh yeah. Hey, buddy. Hey. Real Thai chefs work here. Thai chefs work here.
Yeah.
Lots of drinks here. This is just iced jasmine tea.
Oh yeah. See, I was talking about that. Although I didn't add ice to it, I just. Okay, we'll definitely. I know it doesn't start off talking, but it's ice jasmine tea. Like, come on. And we'll add a little dissolve for a scene change.
Real Thai chefs work here. Lots of drinks here. This is just iced jasmine tea. But they've also got udon tea and they've got cow piss soda. Pink cow piss soda. Some other teas, some desserts. Come back for this. Tapioca. Some desserts. Come for the desserts. Tapioca.
Yeah. That little part. Is anybody up on my my Discord? Possibly. Feel like I'm all by my lonesome right now. So Ron. See if I can. Post some stuff in Discord. See if people will show up. Minasan. Yes. Okay. All right. Maybe see some more activity in the chat. Possibly. Oh, one more thing I forgot. We'll add the ending sequence here. That way we get a more accurate timeline. And then, in addition to that, also change the voiceover. So, go into folder O assets. Bad boy. Boop. And then line it up. Drag it down. G to G as far as that goes. So now you have a more accurate picture of how long the video is going to be. You know, and keep in mind it was at like 18 minutes originally. Then cut it down, it's less than 14 now. So, and we still have a lot more to go. But I don't think it's going to be a super long video to edit, which is good.
Some other cheese, some desserts. Okay. We got 70 minutes to eat. This is. We got 70 minutes to eat. This is the first round. Mic check, test, 1, 2.
Oh,
we have 70 minutes to eat. This is the first round.
I just gotta.
Some other cheese, some desserts. We have 70 minutes to eat. This is the first round. I'm going to start with the pad thai noodles. This is my favorite dish by.
Now, of course, once he actually starts eating, that's when I start editing a little bit less. Because I use a method, this is something I call it, I don't know if it has like an official name, but it's just the method I call it. I call it the tight loose method. So you want to make like, especially like the first minute, first 30 seconds, first 15 seconds. I mean, ideally, I want to make like, you know, the cold open like as poppy as possible. But, you know, that's just if I were shooting it. That's just me though. But I just want to make, you know, for what I'm working with, I want to make the first minute or so, what, 2 minutes, half, like that, more or less. So, you know, just basically make the lead up to the food as tight as possible. Get rid of all the chaff, all the extra stuff. And then once you're at the food, eating, loosen it up. And I still like do cuts and stuff because I don't want it to like completely fall apart. So you want it to be loose, but not like fall apart loose. So you want it to have some structure, but you don't want it to like completely tighten it down. Because like, to me, Eric Mealtime, the main hook is the food, right? So I want to incorporate, you know, the eating and talking about the food and stuff like that as much as possible. And, you know, I want to incorporate a lot of his reactions to the food and things like that. I do end up cutting out a lot of just where he's just eating. He's not really saying anything. He's not really reacting or anything like that. I cut that stuff out. But as far as like, you know, him taking a bite, saying, "Oh, it's chewy, it's tender, it's so saucy, meaty," or whatever he's eating. You know, I want to include as much of that as possible, and then just kind of cut out the rest. But there's a lot more to work with for the actual food eating part, so that's why I kind of loosen up a little bit when he starts eating the food, so there's not as many quick cuts. But before then, ton of quick cuts. I call it the tight loose method, and it's kind of a fun little thing that I do for videos. Just make sure the first, you know, minute especially is the most tightly edited. And like you can literally even see it on the timeline. Now granted, I haven't edited, you know, 28, 38 and over. Like these are unedited clips so far. But, you know, you can even see it though. It's just like over here is a little intro, so many little cuts and things like that. Then it starts to kind of loosen up and stuff like that. You can even see it. Like I got a completed one, so kind of pan that out a little bit just to give you an idea what it looks like. Now look at the video clips because the audio clip is one thing. But if you look, like the beginning is like very tightly edited. There's like so many little clips and stuff like that. And over here it's like a big chunk. You got little tight chunks here and there, but you know, you start to kind of see them get a little bit more loose as you get further into the video. And you have little tight bits here and there, depending on the context of the video. You gotta tighten it up, but most part, there's like longer little chunks and stuff near the end than there are at the beginning. So, tight loose method. It's tight.
Soda, pink cow piss, soda, some other cheese, some desserts. We have 70 minutes to eat. This is the first round.
Might have to space that a bit.
Some other cheese, some desserts. We have 70 minutes to eat. This is the first round. I'm gonna start with the pad thai noodles. This is my favorite dish by far. It's got tofu.
That's pretty
It's
tight.
different everywhere you go. It's got the tofu, deep fried.
He's explaining this, so I'm just kind of letting it go. Loosening up.
Yeah, I like the fat noodles. It's got a lot of, what is it, bean sprouts in here too. This is just a good dish to fill you up. It's in a peanut sauce. So sweet. We'll be having jasmine tea.
I think I might cut that up a little bit.
We'll be having jasmine tea.
We'll just shorten it. Because that's just a long clip of nothing. He's not really reacting. He's not really saying nothing. Just drinking.
Jasmine tea.
So,
Very refreshing. Yeah.
it is.
Go
It's very
along.
refreshing.
These are the spring rolls. Topped with a sauce. And some coleslaw.
Yeah, it's so surprising that there's coleslaw in Japan. It just is like not the food I would associate with Japan. But it's there.
Very tangy. Full of veggies. Look at that. Full of greens.
If it were me, I would shoot this way differently. And this is just me kind of whinging at some shit. So, you know, take it as you will. But like I see so many of these videos and I'm like, man, if I had the camera I could shoot this like way differently and, you know, have all these cool shots and I want to get out to Japan, goddammit. So I can make these videos proper and just make my own stuff too. Not just doing stuff for Eric. But you know, like if I were to shoot this, well, first up, it wouldn't be an automatic. I'll tell you that right off the bat. It's an automatic just for ease of use, so I get it. You know, sometimes you got to put an automatic just because you're in a dynamic environment. But really, you know, I would probably just do this in manual. I've gotten a lot more comfortable using my camera in manual because I used to have all my shit in automatic too, and kind of hit or miss. But looking back on it, you know, not my videos were bad, but it could be better. And like the more I got used to like how my camera worked and everything, you know, I didn't really start to get good with that sort of thing until like after I left Japan. And it's like, fuck, like I know all this stuff and I want to go back out there and make cool videos, make them even better. Okay, Sarah, while we're back in school, working, learning, saving up by making videos. That's part of the process. But yeah, like a lot of Japanese restaurants use very warm lighting, and Eric already has a very red face, so I mean, I could probably do it in post, but it would probably be best if I like did the white balance for that. Kind of clean up, especially since it's such warm lighting. You know, I'd probably clean it up in post and stuff, or not in post, but in camera. Probably do that. It just makes it easier. And yes, I could clean it up in post, but there's too many variables. It would just look really weird. And again, it would take too much time. So you gotta, you know, you gotta like shoot for the edit, basically. So, you know, like, you know, I don't stream at night. My brain's kind of like, I get caught on something and then just kind of like, brr. But yeah, you see like how white the plate is, like, you know, kind of dial down a lot of the more dynamic, you know, just probably like change up the aperture, because with auto, this is another reason that I don't want to shoot in auto anymore, is that with auto, especially if you're in changing environments, you know, like for my videos where I would like sit at my desk or something like that, like I could probably get away with auto just fine because like the environment's not changing. But for like rapidly changing environments and stuff, it's not really optimized for video. So, you know, there is a video mode, but I don't know exactly what it all does. You know, but if you just put on like just auto everything, then it doesn't always get it to ideal. Especially if you want like a stylistic choice, like it really doesn't do that. It's just meant to get like a nice clean picture. And auto is good for taking pictures. Like if you just want to take a standard picture and you don't want to fuss with any of the knobs and stuff, just spray a camera, bang, boom, done. You know, auto's fine. You know, like when my mom was taking pictures when you know we would do stuff with the production company, like all her stuff was on auto. But she also took raw pictures too. So, you know, I told her like as long as you can get stuff in focus, I can take care of the rest. And I made some pretty amazing freaking pictures. I wanna see if I can pull some up here actually. I know this is a bit of a tangent from what we were doing before. Where did I put it? Okay. So yeah, we'll do. How do we show that on screen? I think it's display, né? Turn that off. Okay, cool. So now you can see what's going on. All right. So here's some pictures, and I'll just kind of breeze through them. I'm not gonna like go through all the details and shit, but yeah, this is at a strawberry festival in Troy, Ohio. So we're just kind of taking some pictures. Just found this little Indian statue. You know, and then there's like I'm doing a bunch of shit. That's why it's like, there you go. Okay, like some you know flowers and stuff. You know, it's in focus. Bumped up the saturation to all kinds of stuff. Again, because I'm doing a bunch of stuff, it takes a minute. Oh yeah, everything's focus. That clock's a little dirty, so it's not out of focus technically, but it's just a little dull. You can kind of see it on there too. But yeah, you know, I just made sure the clouds were looking good. This one was kind of hard to do because it actually, when I saw the raw photo, it was really dark. I had to like lighten it up without lighting up too much and introducing too much noise. You might be able to see a little bit of noise on like the amp a little bit. but you could probably just play that off as, oh, that's the grill cloth. It's fine. So it works. And then this one's my personal favorite. This was because every strawberry festival they color the fountain so it looks pink like strawberries. The red, but then there's a wider version of that. I just did that for wallpaper for myself. And then there's a guy cooking burgers and chicken. So, and he got a lot of little knickknacks and things like that. That's pretty cool. And then you got little strawberries covered in chocolate. And you got that building where that one Indian statue was at. Then you got, kind of stuff. More shirts. Little shovels with like art and stuff cut into them. And that was kind of hard because like it's an almost all white background. And I wanted the little dog and the cat to kind of stand out from it. So I did as best I could, but I think it looks pretty good. Then the belts. She was really into getting this belt picture. And that was kind of hard to do because, like getting brown to stand out is really, really hard. But deep fried strawberries. Welcome to Ohio. And there's the strawberries, but you see the dude's hand in focus more than the strawberries. And then there's the bridge, and then there's a little like openings and stuff. Now I fixed this later, so that's just the so it's all like straightened. But that's just what it looks like when it's color corrected. So it's in Troy, Ohio, a little gate. Then there's a little truck and stuff, fire truck. Back of it looks a lot better. Flowers and that for that. And we also have more stuff. Let's see. I think this is stuff I did. No. I think this is stuff Mom did. Yeah. Spiderweb. So that's, I think, the raw version. Or no, there's two separate ones. That one didn't really turn out that well. It turned out a little fuzzy. Cool. But did I do this one? Oh, that's the one that we did together. That's right. We tried to take pictures of sunset, and so she did all her stuff in auto. But since I had the raw photos, which are the CR2s, because she had a Canon camera, I color corrected them in Photoshop and stuff. So got stuff like this, and there we go. A little blurry, but it's really good colors. I think that one really turned out good. Almost like a, like the Serengeti or something like that. That's what I just thought it was. And then mine, where I did everything manually. I didn't color correct any of these, so I'm not really going to show you because they're just kind of look black and blah until you color correct them. League Festival. Oh yeah, it's the fireworks. Something like this one turned out really good though. This is one I color corrected. So the moon was like really, really low, and that's one of the little like boats and stuff that I guess load up the fireworks and stuff. The moon was like really low, and I wanted to get it like looking really red. That's one of them I did. And then the pond. Yeah, we were doing test photos here. These are all raw. I haven't color corrected any of these. Well, since we're here, let's look at my portfolio. Finish one. So this is just a collection of pictures that I found. It's just kind of like it's a portfolio, so it's kind of my greatest hits and stuff. But some of it's shot on cell phones, so it's not as detailed as I like. But I just, some of it's just like really interesting shit. So here's some hydrangeas I got in Japan. during rainy season, which is around this time. Then, give it a sec. On a fucking hard drive. There we go. Okay, so this was after an ice storm when I was going to Western Michigan, in Kalamazoo, and so all the stuff like the icicles like formed over. This is the Bronco Lounge or Bronco Hall, like the main student hall area, and I just saw like all these icicles and stuff. I just took a picture of it on my cell phone. There's two students over there like, what the fuck is that? Then you got the Takatoriyama Buddha carving. This is really cool. So if you like rock climbing and stuff like that, you got this. And you know, I kind of like the how green I made these. Looking back, I probably would want more dynamics with it, but it's alright. And this one I'm really proud of. This is actually one of my favorite photos. This is when I came home on leave, and my mom took me to a farmer's market. And literally, like, as soon as we got out of the car, I saw this Chevy Bel Air. And I was like, oh, I gotta take a picture of that. It's so cool. And so I took this a long time ago, back 2014. Woo. And so what I did in Photoshop was I blurred out the background, so it made it look like I took it with like a DSLR or something like that with depth of field. But in reality, I just like blurred the background here, and so that way the car was in focus. Then I got rid of some stuff over here because there was like a cone or something like that. I mean, you can kind of see if you look up close, but if you're just kind of looking at it here, it's just like, oh, it's a car, cool. So you don't really notice all that goop over there. Then, just color correct it and shit like that, so it looks fucking magnificent. And this is one I took when I first got back to America, visiting Zach, Phoenix 787, when he was out in Cincinnati. So we took this panorama of the bridges out there. And then this is another one I did, a little bit of Photoshop trickery. Having the background be blurred and just kind of tweak the colors and stuff. But I really like the blurry background. Makes it look nice. And this one's interesting because this was a hornet's nest. This is after another ice storm when I went to go visit my aunt in Michigan. Like all the trees and stuff were frozen and stuff. Not the most detailed because like I literally took this with my camcorder. Which wasn't the best like picture to edit, but I just thought it looked like really cool. So I just included it. And yeah, these are always my favorite, the ones of the lighthouse. Really like just the rule of 2/3. You have the little peninsula thing kind of going in, then you got the lighthouse, got the little rest area over there. And again, rule of thirds. You got lighthouse here, little rocks there, and you got this little thing here, a little plane there. Thing, but it's nighttime. Yeah, this one was really good. This one, I think, Mom actually took this one, but I cleaned it up, and I also made the eye like as bright as I could because originally it was just like black. I wanted to get like one of those like wildlife photos where you could see like the iris and stuff like that. So I like photoshopped it, made it as bright as I possibly could without it pixelating, so you can see the eye. And then again, I blurred the background out too, or it might have just naturally been like that. I just remembered futzing with the eye with this one. And this is one I did out in Tokyo, out in Shibuya. This is Hachiko Crossing, right outside the station. So it's just kind of your typical like welcome to Japan shot. Again, this is on my cell phone and this is on my Keitai back in the day. They're not the best when it comes to photos, but it works. And it's more about the scene rather than like the quality of the picture, really. So again, I did the blurry background thing with this one, showing off product. Not not the best because it looks grainy as fuck, but really take photos of things too much. That the Hollywood stuff. Oh, I love this one. This is when my mom and little brother came up for Mother's Day to visit me back when I was stationed out in San Diego. So this one was really cool because we went to the East Hollywood Dog Park, which is the best way to see the Hollywood sign because you can like walk up on a little area and like you literally get this, and there's like even better views and stuff. But I just included this because it's like the typical wide shot of Hollywood that you see, iconic. And some more hydrangeas in Japan. I really like the texture of the leaves here. They look very textured. Up the sharpness almost a little too much with this one. I loves me some hydrangeas, what can I say? And you got some sailors out and about in Yokosuka. This one I took with my cell phone, if you couldn't tell from the whiteness. I wish I would have done this one better. But I kind of stylized it to look like an old photo. You know, so from a stylistic perspective, it looks good. And again, it's about what's in the photo and not so much like the picture quality and all that kind of shit. This one was out in Western Michigan. That's Hanley Memorial Chapel. I took a lot of pictures of that actually because a lot of the stained glass and the clocks and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm really into that kind of shit. So, you just have it like in the clearing and shit like that. It's pretty cool. There it is again with all the cherry blossoms and shit. There might be dogwood on it. Yeah, having it look like super cool like that. There it is again. In the wintertime. Then we got Lake Chemung. I really like this. This is kind of a surprise favorite for me just because of how clear the water is right there. So you have like the clarity of the water, little ripples and stuff in the waves, and as you like go further and further out, it gets more and more blue. Like the crests of the waves are blue, and they kind of like blend together as you get further out. I just thought it was like really super cool, and it's where my mom grew up. So, you know. And we got the giant Gundam. Again, I think this was taken with my my cell phone, so not the best quality. But again, it's about what the picture is, not so much the quality. This one is actually one of my all-time favorite photos. I was out, forget the name of the place off the top of my head, but this was when I filmed that DeLorean in the Desert video. I was just out and about, kind of walking around on this trail. Surprised I didn't see any fucking rattlesnakes. People are like, "Oh my god, you didn't see any rattlesnakes?" Danny, they're hiding from me, thankfully. But I took a video on this trail of a DeLorean that I found, just kind of on this trail as I was walking around. And then as I went past it, after I made the video, I saw this dude sitting on a rock. I guess he's running or something, and he's just kind of staring off in the distance. And I'm thinking, man, I really hope I got that photo. And when I got back, I'm just like, whoa. I was mostly taking pictures of like the mountains and stuff, because like, you know, small town Ohio boy where like everything's flat, anything raised is like, oh my god, you know, it's so cool. I mean, they make houses bigger than like 3 floors. Holy shit, you know. So like, I was taking pictures of a bunch of that stuff, and I came across this photo, and it's just like, wow. So this is one of my all-time favorites. And this is another Mount Fuji sunset. This is like the pastel version. Just tweaking and peeking in Photoshop, man. Not really much else to it. But it looks great. And again, with the fake blurry background, I like the little like thumbprint that I have on the beer bottle. I always thought that was kind of a fun little touch. In retrospect, you got my passport there. I got plane tickets, Asahi Brew, just kind of before I go. And you got one of my parents' old house. This is a rainbow that came down, and it's really hard to take photos of a rainbow. That's something I've learned. You'd think it'd be easy, right? But you know, you got to worry about timing it, and also just sometimes the rainbow's not bright enough. So it's really hard to take photos of a rainbow. At least it is for me. But this one turned out the best. you know. And you got this in Sydney, Australia, the Queen Victoria building. I just liked it because it looks really cool. I love like big architecture stuff like this. And then this is the Radisson Plaza Hotel in Kalamazoo. When I was going to the community college, Valley, KVCC, I had to take a class out here. There was a one of my media classes was out in this area, and went and took a picture of this really tall building with the sign and stuff like that. So this is ramen that was on Sarashima or Monkey. Damn, why does it look like that? What the fuck? Hold on. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why it just blurred like that. So that's weird. But in any event, it normally looks like that. So this is cool ramen. I never had this ramen before. You can only, from what I've seen, you can only get it out in Sarashima, and it's really good. Got this nice adult beverage that was really good. It's my first time in Sarashima, Monkey Island. And I got my brother for his graduation photos. Here's again. I kind of gave it more of a cinematic look, so the shadows are a lot softer. Get a little play off the sun and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's our dog Lido. Sadly, she's not around anymore. Passed away not too long after this, actually. He lived a long life. There's more of him. Then you got the Roppongi Hills, which is like the ritziest part of pretty much all of Japan. Pretty much, it's like where celebrities and shit live. They got office buildings in there too. Then you got this cool. This was actually like an Institute of Technology, Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology. I looked this up after the fact, so I have all that shit labeled in the corner. So I just thought it was really cool because like the building was all wavy, and I thought it was like some kind of design or something, College of Design or something like that. Then you have Rusty Bridge out in St. Mary's when we were doing senior pictures for my brother, and this was taken. This is taken on the sub base out in San Diego. This was commonly referred to as the Point Loma base. But we just call it sub base because you got Fleet SW where I was going to school at. It's also in Point Loma. Then you got this base, sub base. And I forget how I got out here. I think I was like oh yeah, that's right. I think I had like some kind of appointment at PSD or some shit. And I was just kind of waiting for the duty driver to come pick me up. So I was just kind of chilling, eating my food, and made a video out here, actually, a really short little 2-minute video. Took a photo. And you got some more San Diego. You got Coronado Bridge. Right, meow. Nice cityscape out there. And you got Sangren Hall, which is one of my favorite things to photograph out at Western, because of all the glass and everything. And this one I stylized. Obviously, I kind of went for like the vaporwave aesthetic, so it's like highly stylized. Yep, lots of teal and fuchsia purple type stuff. Not my usual type of photo, but I wanted to do something different. Then you got something more akin to what I would do. Sangren Hall. It's a bit more open though. I'd probably center in more on Sangren Hall. But it's still rule of thirds technically because you got Sangren Hall here. You got the little WMU thing right meow. Big field here. Got a tree meow. It still kind of works. This one's another one of my favorites, actually. I was kind of going for like the balance of things. And I got it as close as I could to having Sarashima be level with the sun. And you could see like the dark on Sarashima and then like the light from the sun hasn't quite overpowered over here yet. So I thought that was like really cool. One of my favorite photos. And this is the Ferris wheel, the Great Wheel, out in Seattle, Washington State. This is when I was out processing from the Navy. I spent a weekend out in Seattle, just seeing the sights and shit. And this is back at Western, just kind of a snow-covered walkway, just kind of, you know, some scenery. And then, the Space Needle out in Seattle. This one I took outside of my apartment. It was a squirrel, and I took it for my photography class originally. I was going to use it for something or other. I don't think I ended up using it for that class, but I really liked the way it turned out. And I used my zoom lens on that one. And I was like, man, that looks so cool. Then you got one of Battleship Mikasa and her commanding officer. Nice foggy, like haze gray sort of day. That was kind of the theme I was going for. Haze gray and underway, baby. And then again, outside my apartment, another stray cat, just kind of chilling in the sun. I was like, I gotta get a picture. So wholesome. And this one, I took this picture by accident, and it's one of my favorite photos. So I lived out in Yokosuka, as you guys know. It's in the Kanagawa Prefecture, and by the ocean, like literally by the ocean, where I was at. And so around there, there's these black hawks, black kites, technically. They call them tobi, and they like snatch food and shit like that. There's scavengers mostly, and they're freaking everywhere. And you'd hear them; they're loud, like bing. I can't like replicate their call, but like I'd hear it all the time. And I remember like I'd be, FaceTiming my mom, and I would say, "Oh, mom, look at the bird! Look at the hawk outside!" And I'd flip the camera around and be like literally sitting on or like perched on the corner of my apartment, just kind of looking out for some stuff, or it'd be on like the apartment next door, and you're like, wow, so cool. So I was taking a picture of the sunset, as I do, and as I was snapping the picture, little Toby came in, and I'm like, wow, I did not expect it to be in there. But I did a little bit of Photoshop trickery. I basically just made the Toby as dark as I could. Originally, and I used this for a thumbnail for an Ancient Pandy video, but originally this was a lot lighter, so you could see more details of the bird. But I thought it'd be cooler just to have it be the silhouette. So it was just like as dark as I could make it. And you can still figure out it's a bird. You got the wings, tail, beak, super sharp. And it just looks super cool. One of my favorite photos. And I took it completely by accident too. And you got another sunset. I really like this like vintage retro type look I was going for this. It was very similar to the Sailors one I showed you earlier. I wanted to make something that looked like it was taken like a long ass time ago. So it was a lot of like vignetting, and it was a lot of grain and stuff. But that was mostly induced because of all the the different tweaks and peaks that I made. I didn't like artificially induce grain, it just kind of happened. But it ended up making the picture look even more old. So I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do this. So yeah, this looks really super cool. Then you got Super Potato on Akihabara. Yeah, this one, Sydney Opera House, Sydney, Australia. The original one looks a lot different. It's not as kind of oil painty. That was kind of the theme I was trying to go for. I was trying to remove as much of noise as possible, because the camera I took this picture of, not the best in low light. So there was a lot of grain and stuff, and I had to clean that up. So ended up doing a lot of like smoothing and things like that. And so it looks good for the building and the The background looks great. But if you look at the people and stuff, they look like way out of focus and like really smudgy. But from an aesthetic point of view, it looks kind of cool because it looks almost like kind of like an oil painting a little bit because like some of the details a bit smudged and things like that. So regardless, I like it. And this one's probably my oldest one that I have in my portfolio back in 2013. Jeez. This is back when I was at Fleet ASW, and I was walking around some of the buildings and I saw this really tall rose. And it's a good thing I took a picture of this because, like, I think the day after they cut it down. But they just kept on growing and growing and growing, and I'm just like, wow, that's so cool. Then you got my version of the fountain, the Troy Strawberry Festival. Then this is out in Sarashima. There's lots of little tunnels and stuff around. So I took this one, making it look all jungly and stuff. Then this is the flag on the fantail of USS Lassen, or stationed at in Yokosuka. That was really cool. Always fun to get flag pictures. So it's really hard because you got to make sure the flag is flapping like as much as possible. And again, more Lassen stuff. This is a cookout by the first classes. They hold that sometimes. And you got the Waldo Library out in Western Michigan. Again, because it's a clock and it's got like glass and stuff. You know, I always like those sorts of things. It's kind of a theme with me, if you notice. Like I like water, I like glass, I like clocks. You know, that sort of stuff like really gets my rocks off, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of subconscious thing. I don't know. It kind of looks like an anime high school or some shit. So there you go. Get my weeb on. And still my rule of thirds. We got them right there. That right there. This kind of. I don't know. There's that. Then you got no bull ramen. I did the old Photoshop blurry background trick. A little more obvious here. But still looks good. Yokohama Ieke. House style. My favorite. And that's it. So there we go. It's a little nice segue for all that. So y'all got a little bonus stuff. Things. I said this thing would go on like an hour, and we're like almost closing in on like 2 hours. That's just because I was kind of spacing out and stuff. So, but anyway, back to making the video, which is why y'all are watching this, right? Maybe. If you're watching the post stream, I appreciate it. I know that you know. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm not a good conversationalist late at night. I just kind of like space out and things. Event. Let's just finish up this video. Call it a stream.
Lots of pickled vegetables in there. I think this is a chicken cashew.
Let's expedite this a little bit.
So many ingredients. Love it. You've got all type of so many different herbs and spices. Yeah, look at this. That's a calamari ring right there. Yeah, this is kind of like an egg flour soup base. It's really good, creamy. This would go with the rice. I'm gonna get some rice later to mix up. These are the green pea noodles. Oh. Wow, first I'm excited. These go really well with egg flour soup.
Hopefully it's copyright.
This is the bone. This is fried chicken, or grilled chicken, in a dark sauce.
That's good.
Perfection.
Sorry I'm speeding through these. I don't want to get too hungry.
Look at the grilled chicken.
It's like 2 in the morning. So.
Get a super tangy sauce. I'm just gonna go for the whole thing. Shell out.
Shell, yeah.
Oh my god. Tastes like candy. Thank you, man. Let's try it for another one. Oh, sweet. Now, okay, candy sauce. Or like chili. Sweet sour chili. Fine. How would you like to taste this? Oh, so good. And don't forget your greens. You always got to get a little bit of broccoli. And cauliflower too, when you can find it.
Okay. Don't cut it there because that's anyway. All right.
Okay. Okay, so we're taking a short break here to be continued. Suzuku in Japanese.
I'll include the little JoJo's. I don't know if he realizes that. That's where that's from. Maybe.
Taking a short break here to be continued. Suzuku in Japanese. That's right. Love my new shirt. Suzuku in Japanese.
Export the frame. So, yeah, this meme's pretty easy to replicate actually. So, literally all you do, and we'll try to keep all the assets in the same folder. At least like the ones that I make specifically for the video. So we'll find the, oh, I don't think I have it here. Find good old roundabout. Dig in the archives. I'm doing all this stuff, it's like, eh. Roundabout. The rough mix version. There we go. That's or we could do 8-bit. That'd be cool, but yeah, we'll just include a little a little bitty bit. Sure. What we'll do is we got that right. So probably not gonna. Oh shit. There we go. Let's see.
That's right. Love my new shirt. Now, you take a break with some cow piss. This is, well, it's cow piss soda. You take a break.
Okay. Now we got this little spot for the Suzuku.
Suzuku in Japanese.
Sorry. Suzuku. Put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. But it's real easy to replicate that. So all he gets to do be a. Oh, I even have a TKO Sam preset left over. How about that? But yeah, this version's not gonna work. Actually, not. What we's gonna do. Brightness, paint bucket. We'll probably up the opacity. Oh shit. $55. There we go. Yeah, still tweaking, peeking. Be like.
Continued Suzuku in Japanese.
Boom. There we go. Easy. All right. And all you got to do. Hopefully this stream don't get copyrighted. In fact, just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna listen in on my headphones. Because you never know. Hopefully you guys can hear. There we go. Ew. Oh shit. Totally forgot. Yeah, I totally forgot roundabout was that fucking long, so. Oops. I had to go back a bit. Sir. I think everything is fine. Oh, right. So all I got. No? On there. So, okay, cool. There we go. Yeah. Again, just to be on the safe side, just gonna edit this part on my headphones. Hopefully the mic doesn't pick up. Yeah. That'd be yeah. Alright, make sure the sound is balanced. Fade. Oh, actually. What I've been doing more is using. Actually, use constant gain recently as a fade in. Oop, okay. This. I think we'll use a little transition in between. because otherwise it's too jarring. I use the constant gain for long fade outs and constant power for like little quick ones. Actually, yeah. We'll add. Actually, we're gonna go a little bold here. Really quick. And so now we'll go into the asset folder. Where did I put it? I really got to clean up some of my green screen stuff and. Material. There we go. There we go. It wants to be like that, huh? Okay. Gotta restart Premiere. So Choto your mates. So, you know. Slap on static. Ah, fuck. That hurts my face. Break it down to 2. That should be 12 frames. Either way. And just to make sure more ripping wood. Eight. I think. Six. There we go. That'll be like. Okay. All right. Yeah, I might adjust the levels later, but for now I'm not gonna fuck with it. Okay. Hopefully that didn't pick up on the mic. My copyright and my stream doesn't get copyright flagged. I hope. Pray to the YouTube overlords. YouTube kami-sama onegashimasu. Ane o kudasai. Little please.
Well, it's cow piss soda, but pink. So I'm thinking it's gonna be flavored like strawberry cow piss.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, Eric doesn't like sweet stuff.
Okay, round 2 coming up.
So sweet.
You know how you know this place is good? Because you got Thai people eating in here. Yeah, when you got the locals eating, you know how you. Okay, round 2 coming up. You know how you know this place?
Yeah. I'll just get rid of that scene.
Okay, looking for some. I need this. Okay, round 2. Here we go. Looking for some. I need this. Be good. Yeah, this is good. Just good.
God damn.
Oh boy, look at this stuff. Get some more of this jasmine coffee. I gotta get some dessert too. This one right here, the tapioca. That's gotta be number 1. Yeah, that's the number 1 right there. Some more grilled chicken. The staff all wears aloha shirts.
I can kind of speed this up a little bit. Also, because Andy Sands getting a little sweepy.
Yellow curry? Okay. The next dish is the Thai chicken.
Okay. Let's get that out a little bit. And that one.
Okay, round 2 coming up. The next dish is the Thai green curry. It's got all kinds of goodies in it. But it's all in the soup. It's all in the curry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sweet. Very sweet. Lots of different things in here. Veggies. Chicken. Get some of that sauce. It's real sweet. Sweet, but it's also got some kick as well, too. Not a lot. It's fine and fine. This is celery, I believe. Or eggplant. We didn't pack broccoli into this. Does it work? Oh, this is just so buttery and good. Wow. Oh, perfection. This is the dessert. So I mixed some shaved ice with some tapioca, and I got some jackfruit on top. Good, that jackfruit, fresh, sliced jackfruit. Whoa. Put down for the tapioca. Got some azuki things. Whoa. So creamy. This is perfection. The jackfruit's a bit tangy. Mango-like. I love me some tropical fruits. Oh boy, and so of course it's milky. That's tapioca shit, Dave.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what up, Bero? What's going on? Heading to work. Oh, damn. Didn't realize you worked thirds. What's up? I guess I'm already at work, right? Yeah, dude. Appreciate you stopping by. This is just kind of an impromptu stream.
It's nice with some ice. So it kind of waters you down a little bit. Tapioca is really creamy. And it's like super creamy milk, so with the ice in it, the shaved ice, I think it's a great idea. So, I think I'm going to go and rate this meal right now. So, I'm not going to overdo it and go ahead and eat 3 times from the main buffet. I think that was enough food. So, on my rating scale between 1 and 6 Eric heads, the Thai buffet in Tokyo gets a full 6 out of 6.
All right, 6. Easy day. Oh, sweet. I already have it right here. So for like every Eric head thing, I have it like in the asset folder. But since I did a 6 with this one, literally copy paste. Make it super duper easy.
No, I'm not gonna overdo it.
Yeah, I think we'll.
So on my rating scale between 1 and 6 Eric heads, the Thai buffet in Tokyo gets a
Oops.
full 6.
Called it a little early there.
Gets a full 6.
Right there. We're at the cusp of 6. So
In Tokyo gets a full 6 out of 6. This place is off the hooks. It's like 28 different food items that you can choose from, and I think I had one of everything. It's excellent, and the price is right too. It's only like $15. So if you guys are ever in Tokyo, this
was it? Oh yeah, it was. Yeah. Sorry, this is getting late. Andy Brain no brain good this late at night.
is Shinjuku, the Nomura building on the first floor. That's how you find it. So all you need to do is, for your chance to win a snack bag, building on the first floor. That's how the first floor.
Might.
So
Actually, I will include that little last bit. Okay. Because it makes a bit more sense now. We'll get rid of that. So, yeah, we'll include the little... I'm not going to include the audio. It's just going to use a little bit of B-roll. So, building. Wait for him to kind of pan up now. Come on. Okay, so, whoop. Oop. I'll wait for him to. Okay. I'm not gonna use all of this, obviously. But, yeah. I think what we'll do is for the move there, and we'll cut it up to right about there. Somewhere in there.
So if you guys are ever in Tokyo, this is Shinjuku, the Nomura building. This is Shinjuku, the Nomura. This is Shinjuku.
Okay, so I'll do it like that. So it'll be like.
If you guys are ever in Tokyo, this is Shinjuku, the Nomura building.
Oh shit.
On the.
Okay. Kind of numbers back.
This is Shinjuku, the Nomura building on the first floor. So all you need to do is the first floor.
Actually, to here. Did it like?
Okay, this is Shinjuku, the Nomura building on the first floor. So all you need to do is, for your chance to win a snack bag is put a comment down below. That's right, I can wait 3 is snack bag is put a comment down below. Put a comment down below. That's right. I give away 3, get some snack packs. There's a link up here to the items that are in the snack pack, and I announce the winners always in the very next Eric Mealtime. So I look forward to reading your comments. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and we shall see you in the next one. Peace.
I think we'll do the old JoJo meme one more time. Or
peace.
there. Yeah, we'll get rid of the other one. 0. Not that one, but and boop. And I already have the audio all cut up and everything. So once again, you guys won't be able to hear it. And this is easier because I already have everything pretty much good to go. So all I got to do earlier. Yeah. Shorten that. That. Like. There we go. For some reason that didn't really. That's better. Be like. Ooh. Okay. Just the. So 20. I think I have the to be continued, the Suzuku. I guess. I think it's in my picture somewhere. Let's see. JoJo. No. Yui. I got it. Weird. I thought I had it. Well, let's go and grab it real quick. See if they got. Oh, come on, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck? Oh. Okay. Good, it's a PNG. Alright. In there for sure now. Now, up in here. Is there a... Okay, so it just... Okay. Well, shit, that's easy. I can do that. Shoot. Alright. So, all he gets to do is just do a fucking push over there. Make a fucking E a Z a day, baby. So, first we'll up the size. It's... That's about... Yeah. Then you just fucking push in the beginning. Go that way. That's way too slow. Speed that shit up. A little too slow. Frames. Yeah. Good. All right. And then we can just kind of move all this shit over. Oop. Yeah. Hopefully it'll be fine. All right, cool. Then we'll add the little to be continued to the original one. Yeah. Oops, shit. Yeah, forgot. All right. Looks G2G to me, baby. So, really in and out. Gucci everything over. Out. Save. A little under 11 minutes. It's fine. That's actually right where I want to be, between 10 and 15 minutes. That's what I'm looking for. So, make sure. Go ahead and, well, I'll just take these off for now. Because the main audio editing's got to be through copyrighted music. I don't want to get flagged on this. Right now, I'm just going to export the dialogue track. What I did was I soloed it. Yeah. Export it. It's a sec. Or 15. Yeah, these things are. Oh. I'm a little loopy tonight. I'm not used to late night streaming, even though this is like a perfect time to do it because like it's nice and quiet. Don't worry about dogs barking, none of that other shit. For whatever. I don't gotta worry about that shit. Anyway, once you get all this, highlight the dialogue. Key to highlight the dialogue, not this other stuff. Right click on link, highlight the dialogue again. Mo ichido. Then go to your handy asset folder. Well, not asset folder. Well, raw. Anyway, so now that you've exported as a wave, I have a program called Levelator 2. Literally drag and drop the wave file, and it automatically levels out stuff. Now, it's not perfect. There are some things to where it doesn't really make it better. Sometimes it makes it worse. But 9.5 times out of 10 does a good job. And especially for dialogue. Now, for other things, it's kind of hit or miss. But again, it depends on what you're using it for. Sometimes I like to use it for music, especially stuff that has a lot of dynamics. So like stuff that has like a loud part or like a really quiet part. And I want to make sure the music is consistent so there's no like surprises or like what the fuck did the music go out? Or then like a bomb, like what the fuck? You know? So I use that to level it out and then just kind of dial it in from there. But, you know, since it's so dialed down in the music, it doesn't sound like if I were to just isolate it, play it as is, it sounds kind of muffled, kind of weird. But for dialogue, it sounds great because it boosts the right signals, and I don't know all the science and shit behind it, but sounds like compression and maybe some EQ tweaking, something like that. But it just automatically does all of it, so I ain't gotta fuss with it. So no complaints here. Anyway, once that's all done, switch over to Audition here for a cup of coffee. There we go. Okay, now we're in Audition. And now it's all level malated and shit. Good. But it is pretty freaking loud. So what you gotta do is go to the Andy Clean Home preset. I also got a new Clean Home 2 preset that I just made, but that's for my own shit. So I use half of my regular Clean Home preset to deal with this. So I got the channel mixer, which makes everything sound mono, but it's on a stereo track. Makes things a little easier. Then we'll go ahead, edit this. Oh, excuse me. Too sorry in the morning. Fuck. Oh. And then sometimes I dial down or up the input boost. But I keep maximum amplitude at -4 always. And I don't even need to hear it. I just need to see it on here. It seems. There you go. And look at the dynamics and stuff. Here it's
Not gonna be enough for me. I'm gonna need more. And there's a standard grain salad. It's a standard Thai salad. This is just ice. 70 minutes to eat. This is the first round.
It's a little touch too loud.
I'm gonna start with the pad thai noodles.
I just do that so that way it's not hitting the -4 so hard. A little bit of flutter is good. So then we'll just hit apply. And Takes a little bit to go through, depending on the length of the video, since this is pretty short by Eric Mealtime standards. Not gonna take long, a couple seconds, minute together. So once this is all done, we'll drag it into Premiere, and from there, I just gotta check the levels and stuff on my headphones. Just doing that because I don't want to get this stream copyright flagged or whatever. You know. Okay, almost done. Oh, get me. All right, save it. Close it. And switch over back to Premiere. So switch back over to Premiere. Where's it at? What the hell? Literally right here. Hold on. There we go. Just took it a sec. Sorry about that. Anyway, got all that shit taken care of. Zero. Go ahead. Excuse me. Go ahead and drag this bad boy in. And I'll just make sure the levels and shit are good. Maybe we could do like a little. We could do this slight little. Oh, that works. Go ahead, and we'll just do a little fade up. Here, oops. 5? Yeah. Basically just move this bad boy over. More. It's here. Hard limit, change that back to 4. Okay, I think we'll add another. Five. Like. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. And then what we'll do is copy that and place the Yeah. All right. Looks G2G, D2C. Hell yeah. Good to go down to clown. It's a little inside joke between me and my friends. EFF. Oh, it looks like. Right. Ooh.
There's the pad thai noodles. That's not going to be enough for me. I'm going to need more. And there's it's a chicken, like a cashew dish. Here's the kitchen. Look at all these vegetables that are.
Yeah, audio sounds. Excuse me. Nice and level. Everything sounds good. Good. All right. So I think we'll go ahead, get this ready in the queue. Render this as I'm getting ready for bed here. I think that's gonna do it for the stream tonight. Just get everything all set up here, and then we'll do we'll close out and everything. So. Excuse me. All good in the all right. That out. See if I can switch to full on webcam. Yay! Get to see this. Not ideal. I don't have the light and all that other shit on, so it is what it is. Anyway, just want to thank you guys for tuning into this live stream. It's a bit impromptu. I decided to stream, see who's all out there and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll experiment. Well, I put together a quick little video. We are like over 2.5 hours later. You know how these things go. But yeah, I was also thinking about, trying out Twitch as well for streaming, because I've been hearing, obviously, Twitch is ideal for streaming, but it's more geared towards like scheduled streams. So if you're like a consistent streamer, usually best for that. But I think it'd be interesting. I don't know. I think right now, this stage of the game, though, I only have so many people watching me. Maybe not best to branch out just yet. But it is something I'm thinking about in the future. Doing some Twitch stuff. So look out for that as well. And I do enjoy doing these editing live streams, even though this one was a bit wonky because I had some tech difficulties at first, and just mostly mental difficulties right now because late at night, and I was a sleepy Andy, so I had to deal with my slowness. But I somehow managed to crank out a video, so that's good. Maybe slow, but I'm also productive. So anyway, guys, I think that's gonna do it for the stream tonight. I just want to thank everybody who showed up, checking in. Shout outs to Berbero and Non-Demo Guy, who I haven't seen in the hottest of minutes. So good to see Non-Demo Guy. And that's it, guys. This is the Andy San. Sign for now. As always, we'll see you next time. Catch you later, guys. Bye.